Hello folks, well since the last bit of footage I've done quite a bit more insulating. It's not a very exciting thing to watch, is it? So I've not filmed loads of it. I've not got a lot left. I've run out of 6-inch boards now, so I need to work out how many I need. I think I've only got maybe I need another 3 or 4 to finish in between the rafters. So while I can't carry on with that, I've started membraning the other end, the main end that's already insulated, and putting the insulation on over the top, the 1-inch stuff that goes over the top of the rafters. So I got a load of that done yesterday, and I'm really pleased how that's looking. It's looking really flat. There's the foil membrane, which its main purpose is for air. It's an air membrane mainly. I mean, it works as a vapor barrier, obviously, and it also works as this foil stuff works as an insulator as well. But I'm not using it as that. I'm using it mainly as an air barrier, an air membrane, because when the building is finished, it gets air tested, pressure tested. Fill the building with air. I'll get my words in the right order shortly. And then they measure how long it takes for that pressure to drop to a certain level, and then they can work out how airtight the building is, and it has to be within a certain range. I did hear recently of somebody who finished their building not far from Mock and Drain, funnily enough. And if anybody doesn't, why I said funnily enough is because where we keep our sheep, if anybody didn't know. And their pressure test said that it was too airtight, which the building inspectors then said, well, you're going to have to put a fan in to extract the air, which just seems a bit crazy to me. I know you can have these passive houses where they are airtight completely, but then you have a mechanical extraction, which draws the air out of the building and moves it by mechanical means, but it then extracts heat from it and makes it, uses the energy from the heat. But that's not the case in these buildings. This isn't a passive house, as they call them. So the fact that you've then got to put an extractor in to move air because you've made the building too airtight just seems a bit counterproductive to me, really. But there you go. So yeah, this membrane is acting as an airtight membrane, and that's why I've put it between the 2 layers of insulation. Normally it'd go on the warm side of the insulation. Which it obviously is on the warm side of the insulation between the rafters. But if I was to put it on top of this board, this insulation, I'd have a real pain of a time trying to fix it. So I fixed it to the rafters and then pinned through it with the insulation. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. I've gone as far as I can because that's the point where I've run out of insulation up there in the rafters. So I'm going to run my membrane all the way through the bottom, which is finished, and then as far as I can with the next roll, and then I can start putting insulation on, same as that. Really pleased how that's looking, with how flat it is, because these timbers aren't shop bought, as you'll know from watching previous videos. It was all felled and milled ourselves on a sawmill at my friend Jock's. And the fact they've come out as flat as they have is great. Really pleased about that. So that's what I'm on this afternoon, although I'm not sure how much I'm going to get done. I was up really early this morning, 5:15. That's really early for me, to meet Rory, my pal, over at Stromyken, which is that hill over there, to gather sheep. But we got up to the top around, well, I suppose it was about 7 o'clock before we got to the top, and then the mist came down. We were stuck there for an hour and decided it was a waste of time, so we came back down. But it's starting to clear, so I'm half expecting Rory's going to call, and we'll go out there this afternoon. But I'm hoping I can get a fair bit of this done as well in between times. So we'll see, but it's lovely to see the space coming on. Once I've got this side boarded, then I can finish the end wall, then I can start plasterboarding, and that's when we get the full size of the room. Obviously each time you add another layer it's getting smaller. So I'm hoping to have all this done, this upstairs section done in the next, well, I'm heading down to Essex to look after my mum for a couple of weeks, so my sister can and her husband can get away for a holiday that they so much need and deserve. So I'm going to go down there, look after my mum, and I'd really like to have this all plasterboarded out, and the walls of the wardrobes and the shower room and the other bedroom all up and plasterboarded before I go. That's kind of my target. So I better crack on, eh? Lots to do. But it is one of them jobs where it looks like you've done a lot when you've not been working any harder than the days when it feels like you've not got a lot done. It's just the nature of the job. So best I shut up and actually do some work, eh? I'm hoping that maybe this, what's left on this roll, will be enough to get me the whole way in one piece. I mean, I can join it and tape the joint if it's not, but it would be nice. If it went all the way. Don't think it's going to. Don't think it's going to. No, no. It actually works out pretty well, because it makes it to that window. Yeah, I'll settle for that, actually. Right, who's had my tape measure? Again. There we go. So this membrane is 1.5 meters wide. So what I did when I did the other side was I measured up where that would come, which is not the easiest thing in the world, especially when your tape's got a kink in it. Yeah. $1,500, and then actually I'm going to come a little bit lower than that, 1,500. I think I'm going to come down an inch from there. That way I can put the membrane onto the floor and I can tape that down, stopping the air going up behind it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to that mark and I'm going to set up the laser level. The Lasgu jobby that I've featured in previous videos that has just turned out to be so useful. I'm going to set that up and then I can have a line all the way through, which I'll mark with a pen, and then I can fix my membrane to that at the top and then work my way back down, hopefully ending up with a nice even overhang at the bottom. So let's see what we got. Set this up on the step ladders. Not far off. So 1/2 inch and we'll be about there. Yeah, that's good. It's a bit bouncy on this floor. No noggins in it yet. I'll just mark where the laser level is. That worked really nicely before. So. Right, fix this with the trusty old hammer tacker if I can find it. Something I'm going to do before I fix the membrane is what I did on the other side. Should have done it before I put this bit on, but I can do it after. Is to mark the floor like that, where the rafters are and where the uprights next to the rafters are, so that once it's all covered up like this, I know where I'm going to be able to fix my plasterboard. Because obviously when it's up like that, you're not going to see the rafters anymore. Although I know what the spacings are, it's much easier just to be able to look down at the floor. And in fact what I'll probably do is, once I've got each sheet of plasterboard just tacked with 2 or 3 screws, I'll then put a laser on the floor in line, and that'll give me a line up each rafter, and I'll just put screws in up the laser line. It just makes life a little bit easier. So that's what I've got to do now. Just lift this membrane at the bottom so I can see the rafters and mark it all. Oh, glad that bit's done. Need to sort that out, tape that up, seal it off. Well, that's the foil finished and taped. All the joints are taped. I've done the end as well, so the next thing I'm going to do is start putting the 1 inch insulation. I've already done that corner. See that there? I do the same thing that side, up and over, and then this this face of insulation will butt up against that in the corner. So it's rather satisfying to see it all sealed up now. Oh, look there. That there is little Riley. People were asking how the pups were doing. That's my boy Tom's dog. He came up last week and he's here for a few days. And them little pups have grown into lovely wee dogs. 5 months old now. Anyway, I'm going to get on with the 1 inch insulation. There's one slight problem with this. Flat as the other side was. I'll just show you what's going on here. We've got a hollow, quite a substantial one. Maybe that one rafter there must be low. So where I've pinned this back to it, it's dropped in. So what I'm going to do, rather than take the whole lot off, which would be, I should have figured it out before I did it really. Should have checked it, but I didn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the nails out of that, on that rafter, and I'm just going to get a timber and slide it in underneath the right thickness to push that out. And then when the plasterboard goes on, it will screw through that and into the rafter. It should flatten everything out, because I can't, that's just too much. Up there's fine. Little discrepancy, but you can get away with that with the plaster, you know, when you flatten the plaster off, but no, that's too much to get away with on there, so I'm going to have to fiddle with that one a little bit, but that's okay. It's taking shape pretty nicely. Well folks, now the new phase started, and that is plasterboarding upstairs. I've just done the gable end there around the window. I've done that wall first because that pushes my plasterboard a little bit further out to meet up, and then my 1200 width will work out really nicely with where my uprights are on the rafters. So it's nice to see a wall of plasterboard after all this time. So that's good. My plan for the slope is, you'll see I've put a batten through the bottom here. Let's just move that bit of plasterboard. You see I've put a batten in there and I've levelled that off with my laser level so that I can push my plasterboard sheet up against that, let it slide down, and it will sit on that bit of timber nice and level. Then I can get it all screwed into position, and then I'll have a batten all the way through there that's levelled with a laser level. And then when those battens come off, I should just be able to cut the strips in underneath for the upright, the vertical section of the wall, and they should meet in a nice straight line all the way through. That's what I want to achieve more than anything in these junctions, like this one, and the bottom, that they're straight. I don't want them wobbling around, you know, sort of curving their way along the line. I want them to look neat and straight and crisp. That's why I've come up with the batten idea. And obviously it's much easier to fit the big board to the batten and then cut the smaller ones to fit the big bit, rather than trying to cut the big ones to fit the small bit. So I've just got to go and get some plasterboard, which is a job in itself. I'm only doing one sheet at a time. They're over in the big shed, so I've got to get them out, walk them round, sit them down there, stand them up against the stairwell, lift them up, come up the ladder, push them up, carry them over here. And we got these boards, they were left over from a kit house build, and we got about 40 sheets. And the thing is, with all the kit house, it seems that the boards are 15mm thick. Plasterboard's generally either 10mm or 12.5mm. But these are 15mm, which means they're heavy. They're 33 kilos each, so they take a bit of shifting around. But you know, when they come up for sale, you've got to get them while they're cheap. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and get a sheet of plasterboard, bring it up, and then we'll see whether this this great idea of mine works. Sitting on the batten, we'll see. They're too heavy. Too heavy. Right, first time I've had a go at this, so potentially about to make a fool of myself. Oh. I think I'm gonna double that batten up. It's just too narrow a ledge to try and sit that on. Just going to screw this timber to that one, just so it's double the width, and hopefully I'll be able to get it to sit on a bit better. Kind of had it on the right hand side then, and the left hand side wasn't on, and then trying to shove it across made it fall off. No good. So let's just have a go at this instead. That's better. In fact, that's pretty damn good. Well, I'd say that's worked really well. It's doubling up that batten at the bottom. Made it pretty easy, really. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this piece in here, and then I'm going to use the bit that's left off of that, the bigger bit, to do the next section. That way you don't get any, there'd be no point, if I put all of these full sheets in right along that batten, I'd end up with the same size offcut all the way along, and it means you'd have one joint all the way through there. It's much better if the joints are staggered, a bit like brickwork really. So in order to not get any waste and not have any of those running joints, I'll cut that bit, and the bit that's left off we'll do the next bit, then we'll cut the next bit, and the offcut will start the next one, and that's how it'll carry on. You just use the offcut from each piece to start the next row. That is lovely, nice and solid, and that is my finished height. I mean, I can't reach the top of the roof here. I'm 6'5", so the fact that I can't reach that is good news. Loads of room, plenty of width, you know. Compared to what the original roof was, it's great, well chuffed. So, yes, it's going to be a hard day lifting this lot up here, but hey, there's been lots of hard days. It's all good fun. So, here we go. Huh? It's a bit clever, isn't it? So folks, I got a bit more done yesterday. We've got to this, I've got to put another full sheet up, and we've got cables to get through the full sheet. I had, same as over the other side, I had cables put through, but it was a part sheet, whereas this is a full sheet, so I can't do it on my own. So I have an able assistant. Well, we have a potentially able assistant.
Not sure I'm liking your tone already.
It didn't take long, did it?
I might have to take my jumper off.
Really?
No. Oh, that looks ever so heavy.
It is heavy. And it's the wrong way round, which is a pain.
Will I get hold of an end?
No. No. There's going to be lots of grunting noises on this video. Can you move the step ladder that way, please?
Anything for you.
All right. So this is the plan. I'm going to lift that up, put it on them battens at the bottom, and you're going to feed them cables
poke the wires
through these holes, and then I'm going to jiggle the thing into position.
And then I'm going to stand there like this, am I? Like
no, then
Hercules?
you're going to. No, well, you can if you want, but it'll be even better if you could get me the drill and the screws.
All right. Where are the screws? That long
Yeah,
thing?
if you take that square off of there, anything we don't need. It's the longer of the screws. Yeah, that's them. That's what we need.
Okay, I'm going to put those
Put them
there.
somewhere where you can get them easy.
Yes. Steady.
Right. You'll have to, no, let me get it in first. Let me get it into the, actually. Oh, they're so, let's push them out of the way a bit. This is not easy. Right.
Okay. All right.
No, it's got to go to the, oh, it's so hard. So hard to get in place.
You've got to go south.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it, right.
Okay. You want me to get...
Yeah, get them through the holes now.
Oh God, I think it's gonna...
It'll take, that's fine, I'm fine here.
How on earth are you going to do this on your own?
Oh, there aren't any more like this to do. Well, there's a couple, maybe.
Should we do those ones while I'm off?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Right, just make sure that goes all the way back. Okay.
Screws. Want me to stand under there?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah. Have you got that?
I don't know.
No.
I'd not want to be crushed to death.
No.
I feel like I have, but I probably don't.
Okay. Whew. Where's that mist? It's gone really well.
Well, can I move?
Not just
No, I'm fine. I'm
2
fine.
minutes and you can.
No, I'm good.
Okay, you should be good now. Yep. Well done.
Oh my gosh, you can rattle through it when you're putting big sheets up, huh?
Huh?
You rattle through it when you're doing big sheets.
Yeah. Trouble is you need a rest after everyone. Is that where I put that? Yeah, that's where I had to pack it out. I need longer screws on that edge.
Have you got some up here?
No, I haven't got any. I couldn't find any yesterday. I'll put some temporary nails in. That'll do it.
Where do you want me to find some?
There's some in here. They're on the step ladders.
Are you putting these in with a hammer? You're not firing them in. I'm just saying that because these are on that thing for your
No,
firing.
you can't fire them in. No. It's because this is all too, plasterboard's too soft. They're just
I wasn't suggesting you were going to put them in with your mind. How many do you need?
I thought you might have been meaning like with a spoon or something. How many do I need? I don't know. Half a dozen or something. It's all plasterboard ever used to be put on with clout nails.
Oh, this tape is rubbish, isn't it?
Huh?
There's tape on them. It's
Yeah,
weird.
that's what holds them all together.
Well, I understand the concept.
Strip of screws.
Have you got me? Oh, I have got loads. Is that the only box?
No, I think it's a couple of boxes. Ones we got off Ali and Calvin.
That seems like such a long time ago we went and did that.
It was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Can you do the next bit of the window now?
I've got to get a strip in there first.
That's very exciting.
if you
Yep.
twist it that way.
Yep.
Yeah. You get the concept.
I get the concept.
I'm hoping that's going to push in now, because it's got a bit of a lump in it. We don't want lumps. Oh, the drill, please. No, the screwdriver one time. Thank you.
So can they stay in then, those nails?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to have to let them out. See that? See that curve in it? I'm going to have to undo them a bit, let them out and pack behind them.
I am not seeing a curve.
How can you not see that?
Poor depth of vision, I don't know.
Well, look.
I don't have eyes like you. That
Well, look! Now do you see it?
How are you getting over that then?
Certainly not with the power of my mind. It's because I had to pack that rafter wasn't quite, and I had to put a piece of plasterboard behind the insulation there because it was too low. It looks like I might have gone too far with it.
Has that got to come off?
No, we'll get over it somehow.
Okay.
I mean yeah, it's not even in the wardrobe, is it? It's the cupboards aren't even. Well, the cupboards actually would come that far, wouldn't they? The cupboards will actually come to that. We might get away with it.
Yeah, because it was actually flat
the wall,
there.
the wall of the cupboard is going to go down there, isn't it? So that will cover that up. Better born lucky than rich, as they say. So, we need to go get another sheet of plasterboard, which is a fairly mammoth epic task, one at a time. So we'll film that to show you how brutal this game is of getting plasterboard up here from the shed.
I have to just point out you're looking very trendy with your hat on backwards.
It's not a fashion statement.
Really?
I want to keep my hair out my eyes, and if I wear it the other way round, when I'm doing these on, it just keeps getting knocked off because the peak keeps hitting the slope. So put that in your pipe. Right, let's go.